Your opening contest this evening is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first.
Straight away, there's a feeling out process. This is a very quintessential man knows man, because as I said, both men are in a tag team. They are, there you go, you can see they know each other's moves. They are in synchronization here. And getting a warm ovation from the IPW faithful here in Milton Keynes. Goodness me, the athleticism there by Maverick Mayhew. Standing shooting star. Quite possibly too early to get a free count on that exchange. The last time we saw both these individuals, they lost to the South Coast Connection and Jay Garner in a qualifying match for the Magnificent 7 match. That was back at Road to Undisputed in December, and I say that for two reasons. One, because we like to keep you up to date here on IWM with exactly what's happened in previous events, but also because the main event is going to be that Magnificent 7 that the South Coast Connection and Jay Garner have entered themselves into by winning that contest back in December. Both men will be looking to make a real statement here. Remember, this is a Z-Force Division contest, which means that the Z-Force Championship could very well be on the horizon for one of these two gentlemen, especially if they can pick up a win here. What a start to 2018 it would be. What a vicious shot that was by Mills. I have to remind you, I know you can see by the attire that they're a tag team, but you've got to be reminded of that, because they are not pulling any punches here whatsoever. Both men know what is at stake. Mayhew's down for an uppercut from the top. Steve Minsky's in position. Only a 2. Mills and Mayhew showcasing their talents here in a bid to get that kind of opportunity that Mark Haskins and Chris Ridgeway will have later in this broadcast when they actually meet in a title eliminator to decide who will get to pursue the Truth Austin Aries for his IPW World Championship. sort of the end of the other end of the spectrum, as it were. This is a contest that essentially will put someone in the running maybe for a Z-Force Championship match, whereas Haskins and Ridgeway, they're going for the big one. That match coming up a little bit later on. Goodness me, echoing. I can tell you now, Unit 9 is not the biggest building in the world, and every time a chop lands, it echoes off every single part of this building. Oh, I mean, ow. I don't mind telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I am the safe side of the commentary desk. A very even contest thus far. You would expect that from two gentlemen who are in a tag team. Oh my goodness me! Both Mills and Mayhew continuously looking to hit a big move. They are not underestimating each other. And again, you would expect them to know each other like the back of their hand. How can you underestimate someone when they know everything about you? You've got to be very careful. Oh, went for the enziguri. Wow, ducked there by Mills. Oh, Mayhew's up. Oh, what a counter DDT! Spikes him right on his head. Could have him here. Not quite. Great counter, though, by Mayhew. Turns him in for a crucifix. That's only a 2. Milton Keynes seemed to be behind Maverick Mayhew at the moment, who ascends to the second. He's going all the way to the top. Mills charging to make sure it took him down. God, caught it right with that super kick. Goodness me, they're working. They are working like glockenspiels on each other, ladies and gentlemen. They are hitting all the right notes in all the right places. They know each other like the back of their hand, and they've been using the back of their hands and the back of their feet to try to knock each other out here. Steve Linsky's got a count going. Not quite back to their feet, but he's using his discretion there to stop the count. Oh, this is descending. This is descending straight away. Went from slaps to vicious forearms. Neither man wants to be on the losing side here. This is the first contest for IPW this year. Both men want to go for a win. He went for that DDT again. And it did not pay off. And now Maverick Mayhew is prone, and it's Mills who looks like he may fly here. 450! Springboard, are you kidding me? No! Well, that's one to pull out of your locker. As this is the first match of 2018. And what a match you are seeing here. Both men incredibly young here in the business. Essentially teenagers when you consider that, but don't take anything away from their in-ring abilities because of the age. We are living in a golden age itself of British wrestling right now. And we are seeing talent that is younger and younger, hungrier and hungrier, looking to be the best in the world. Oh. Counter after counter, they know each other so well. What a kick by Mills. Mayhew could be out cold. What a counter. Got the legs hook and he got him.
Here is your winner, Maverick Mayhew.
What a back and forth contest that was. Both men knew they had to pull something special out of the bag to beat the other, and that is exactly what we saw at the end. Maverick Mayhew with counter after counter, finally hooking the legs of his tag team partner. Mayhew Mills, of course, well, both of them wanting to make a statement, but only one man's hand can be raised. That's got to sting for Mills, though. Put his heart into that one. Oh, that's what you like to see. They are a tag team after all. They've just reminded the world what we already knew, and that is that the Z-Force division is definitely on fire at the moment.
After 5 years, I nearly shook the ghost of Wembley. A night that changed my career forever. I took a chance on a move that I didn't have complete confidence in. I came crashing down on my head. I injured my neck. I suffered a concussion. And Austin Aries, you took advantage of that. You taught me the most valuable lesson I have ever learned, not just in wrestling, but in life. You showed me no mercy. You showed me no regrets. You kicked me in the head, you dropped me on my head, and you stretched me out, and you proved to me the one thing that I needed to know my entire career. And that was that to be at the top, you have no friends. To be at the top, you have to be ruthless. And that is exactly what I am. And while I didn't get my revenge on you at the end of last year, I want you to know this, Austin Aries, that tonight I grow through Chris Ridgeway, and I am coming for you, bitch.
Well, from Haskins, we now turn our attention to a match that is steeped in the quest for revenge between our IPW Tag Team Champions and the most unlikely of pairings between the true sons of Peckham and Camden. And we're going to go to Peckham first. Stand by for liftoff. Here we go. Well, stay tuned for liftoff. Wait a minute. Music is cut off here in Unit 9. We're trying again with the music. We're going to build up to it once more. We'll build up once more. We know Savvy Sid likes to... I said we know that Savvy Sid likes to come out. Wait a second. Wait a second. The Collective have jumped Savvy Sid Scala from behind here. You always wonder if it's a technical difficulty when a wrestler doesn't quite make the music. You wonder maybe they were caught backstage. But I'll tell you what's happened. It looks like Savvy Sid Scala was caught backstage, but not in the way I am talking or referring to. The Collective have just laid out Savvy Sid Scala, who is now laying by the ringside. Well, the son of Peckham is on the floor on the outside, but the son of Camden has arrived. And I'll tell you, if you want to put your name down for a lorry, for a raffle of one man who would not back down in this situation, you're looking at him in the ring right there. Jimmy Havoc has walked right into the Lion's Den, and the Collective have jumped him, but Jimmy Havoc won't back down because Jimmy Havoc doesn't. The IPW Tag Team Champions have laid out Savvy Sid Scala before the bell even rang, and now Jimmy Havoc is currently in a handicap situation against the Tag Champions. Jimmy Havoc is used to fighting against the odds and fighting alone. And he's taken the Collective both on. He's tangling with the Collective here, but he has a date with the Zombie Princess Jimmy Jacobs at Clapham Calling in March. Not only will it be Jimmy versus Jimmy in Clapham, but we've also got our celebration of 25 years of the ambassador Doug Williams as he goes one-on-one against Christopher Daniels. Go to www.ipwuk.bigcartel.com for tickets right now. Almost an acid rainmaker by Jimmy Havoc, who instead pump handles Mr. Lewis Howley onto Mr. James Castle. Go for the acid rainmaker again. Castle blocks it. Steel chair shot, Sammy Smooth. You've always got to keep your eyes on the third man. Tom Scarborough is caught for the bell. And the collective, all three of them are in the ring, and Jimmy Havoc is on his own. Jimmy Havoc's had a lot of problems with the collective over the last few months. They cost him. Oh, they cost him the IPW World title as the former champion goes careening into that steel chair. The bell's been called, but I'm not sure what that's going to do at this stage. There's not really much it can do. No! Jimmy Havoc driven off the chair for a second time by Sammy Smooth. The collective wanted revenge and they've got it. They've taken out Sid, and Jimmy Havoc can barely get himself up using the ropes. No, there's another shot to Jimmy Havoc. James Castle saying we're not done. Jimmy Havoc has already taken a beating. The speed of Sammy Smooth, and they take down Havoc. The collective cannot be stopped. James Castle directing Sammy Smooth and Lewis Howley and saying it's all right. Oh, a little tap on Jimmy Havoc. What disrespect! The former IPW World Champion is being left laying in the ring at the hands of the current IPW Tag Team Champions. The collective there with a savage beatdown on Jimmy Havoc and Sid Scala. This is far from over. Jimmy Havoc or Sid Scala, neither one of them will take this lying down. But we now turn our attention to a match that has huge ramifications for IPW. Who is going to go on to face Austin Aries in the future for the IPW World title? We are about to find out with our title eliminator match.
The following contest is a championship eliminator singles match set for one fall. Currently in the ring from the Wirral, this is Smash Mouth, Chris Ridgeway.
Both Chris Ridgeway and his opponent here this evening both have a proven track record for going the distance and doing whatever it takes to win. So the only question you ask now is, which one is going to break first?
From Malvern and Worcestershire, this is Mark Haskins!
And here is our opponent that we promised you for Chris Ridgeway. We have already heard Mark Haskins this evening saying he was going to go through Chris Ridgeway. And then he told Austin Aries in a personal message that he was coming for him. And, well, he finished it off with a word I'm not going to repeat on this broadcast. But anyway, it was derogatory. This is a huge, huge contest. I don't use the word huge often. I actually say it in the right context, but this is a huge contest for IPW. you could be very well looking at the next IPW World Champion in the ring right now. Of course. That's a good show of sportsmanship from both men. Of course, right now in the ring, you are looking at a former IPW World Champion in Mark Haskins. Both men showing a great deal of respect for the other. I think that's not just respect for each other, but it's respect for the magnitude of what is on the line here. Just explain the difference to anyone who might not know, might not get the theory behind a title elimination match. It's almost a boxing term. Essentially, what will happen here is the winner of this contest will effectively be a #1 contender. However, if for some reason they should not be able to compete or not be able to honour themselves to have the championship match against the champion at the moment, Austin Aries, then whoever is the loser in this contest essentially becomes the #1 contender. So it's not a #1 contenders match because neither man is excluded from the hunt. It's really a case of who's going to get there first. The strength of Chris Ridgeway keeping that bridge despite Mark Haskins diving his knees in. Both men have the most lethal of legs. Both men very technically minded. Both men very, very known for their strikes. Watch the feet of Mark Haskins and watch the feet of Chris Ridgeway because they will come into play as this contest goes on. Both men bridging. This is true mano a mano. They are showing each other right now what the other one is made of. And once again, it is the respect for the opponent. They're not going straight for the moves you might become accustomed. We're not seeing the Tiger Driver, which we know Ridgeway likes to favour. We haven't seen an attempt to go for that Samoan Driver, the DVD, into the driver that Mark Haskins favours. At this particular moment in time, it's a case of not trying anything too quick, seeing what the other one is going to do, trying to feel out. Is he going to go for a strike? Is he going to try to apply a submission? It's all about taking your time in this contest. In terms of submissions to watch out for, of course, we know to look out for that Fujiwara armbar with a bridge, the star armbar that Haskins likes to put people away with. And Ridgeway's going to be looking for that Achilles lock if he can lock it on. That's how he'd like to do it. Of course, also, we're talking about submissions, also look out for the sharpshooter from Mark Haskins. Mark Haskins has applied that sharpshooter to great effect before. It's won in world titles. If you haven't seen that, go to IWN Live and see what I'm talking about. If you're already on IWN Live, great. Thank you for being here. Check out the back catalogue of IPW that we've got. It's a roll through, and here's that shot. He was going for the sharpshooter. We talked about that just moments ago. It is one of his favoured moves, along with that bridging armbar. Both men are going for big shots, and both men are resisting. Both men are defending. Still quite early on in this contest. Neither man wants to take a shot, so that is why they're using all their energy and all their resources in avoiding the strikes of the other. Because a contest can end with one strike, one kick from Haskins, one forearm from Ridgeway, and that's it. That's all it could take. On elbow tie up, Ridgeway reverses Haskins, backed into the corner. An IPW Undisputed in Rochester back in December. Haskins beat the winner of the UK Super 8 2017, Luke Dragon Phoenix, to become IPW World Champion. But then he lost to Austin Aries in our main event, which was a title match of epic proportion. The IPW World title was put on the line after Aries goaded Mark Haskins. And those infamous ghosts of Wembley came back to haunt the now former IPW World Champion. Haskins working over that arm, and absolutely no guesses to why he is doing that. You mentioned he's put people over the sharpshooter, but if you want to go and rank them in order, number 1 is that bridging Fujiwara armbar. If he locks that on, especially after he's targeted the arm of Ridgeway, as he continues to do here, then it really will be over. Of course, Chris Ridgeway was due to fight Haskins as well as Dave Mastiff and Johnny Storm the last time we were in Milton Keynes, back at Road to Undisputed. That match was supposed to be for the IPW World Championship number 1 contendership to fight an Undisputed. But he was jumped by the Collective before he could even get really into the building. We started the broadcast and Chris Ridgeway was wiped out by the tag team champions. He's going for that Achilles lock. He's going for that Achilles lock. He's got it. He's got it locked on Haskins' nose. He's got to get out of this. He's desperately trying to get out of it. He will not survive long. Oh, goodness me. Look at the way. Look at the way Haskins has himself trapped at the hands of Ridgeway. Look at the feet. Look at the neck. Mark Haskins trying to get to the ropes here. He's going to have to get there quick as Ridgeway's really pulling the neck of Mark Haskins. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the weak spot of Mark Haskins. That is what the Ghosts of Wembley are all about. His neck was injured in that contest with Austin Aries all those years ago. It is the part of Mark Haskins he tries to protect the most. Once more, those lethal feet of Chris Ridgeway. He's got backgrounds in MMA, kickboxing, karate and Muay Thai. I'll tell you something else. There is a tattoo on that man's chest in Latin, Robustus Noli Nil, which roughly translates as strength does not kneel. And with kicks like that, you can see he lives and breathes every single word of it. How is Mark Haskins taking it? He's only taking it, but he is demanding more. He wants a volley after a volley. Mark Haskins does not kneel over, I will tell you that much right now. He's fired himself up using the vicious strikes of Ridgeway. Haskins is moving from the most bittersweet night of his career back at IPW Undisputed when he became a world champion and he became a former world champion in the space of about an hour and a half. You got to believe he really deep down needs this. He said he wants Austin Aries in a return match. He'll have to beat Ridgeway here to get himself in that position. It's now Ridgeway who's trying to fire himself up. We're getting Haskins to hit him, and both men are not backing down. Forearm after forearm. Both men are even having to take a moment. They had to take a moment almost to breathe. They were hitting each other so hard. Both men needed to stop for a second. Ridgeway blocked the first. He couldn't block the second. Countered yet another move. Countered yet another move by Ridgeway. And once again, he's going for the Achilles. He's going for it. He's got it locked. Correcting my earlier assertion that he had the Achilles lock. That is the Achilles lock. And the Achilles lock is reversed straight into the bridge of Fujiwara armbar. And Ridgeway's caught in the middle of the ring here, trying to get to the ropes. Just like earlier on when Ridgeway was working over the legs, Haskins knew he had to get out of there as quickly as he possibly could. Ridgeway showing his mettle there by actually managing to get away from the Fujiwara armbar, because I'll tell you now, a lot of men don't get away from it. Austin Aries will be defending the title right here at Unit 9 in Milton Keynes Well, our next show, which is February 21st, is IPW Parade of Champions. And not only that, we'll also have an NWA World Championship match as the world's champion Nick Aldis defends against David Starr. That'll be 2 World Championship contests on our next broadcast. Tickets are available at www.bigcartel.com. I stand corrected, www.ipwuk.bigcartel.com. Seriously, I'll get it right. You need to get it right. You need to get yourself tickets. We're sold out here at Magnificent 7, and we will be sold out once more the next time we come to you in February. But the question is, who is going to face Austin Aries? And we are getting closer and closer to that answer as Chris Ridgeway is trying to break the arm. And Mark Haskins, oh goodness me, he's locked both arms. That is working the back, that is working the arms, that is working the neck, and Haskins gets to the rope. It is not often in a contest you see Mark Haskins trying to fight for the rope, but that is the position, the unique position that Chris Ridgeway put him in. It's normally Mark Haskins' opponents that are having to fight to get to the ropes. How many shots is Mark Haskins going to be able to take? Brainbuster. It's reversed by Mark Haskins. He's going for the sharpshooter. Go for the sharpshooter, and Ridgeway pushes him off. Desperation times of Smash Mouth. Roll through by Mark Haskins. Roll through by Mark Haskins. Samoa driver. Mark Haskins has got the leg up middle of the ring. That's enough. He got him.
Here is your winner, Mark Haskins!
Mark Haskins knew he had to pull it out the bag. The ghosts of Wembley haunted him in Rochester in December, but 2018 is starting the right way for the Star Attraction.
My name is Mark Lloyd, and I am the legal representative for the Anti-Fun Police.
That sounds like a fun job title.
And hey, Rob Sharp, Jack Sexsmith, you two half-wits think you got the upper hand in Milton Keynes? I don't bloody think so.
They certainly did. I was there. They certainly got the upper hand out of you and your guys.
Well, let's see what he's got in his hand.
Here, I have an active restraining order, which means you two can't be within 500 feet of the Anti-Fun Police.
What? There's no way.
What a master stroke from Mark Lloyd.
What?
They are going to have to leave the building.
What? Oh, come on.
Hey, rules are rules.
Sorry, Sydney. Gentlemen, remove the filth from the ring.
What is going on?
If you do not leave, you not only forfeit the match for yourselves, but Sid Scala as well. The following contest is a tag team match set for 1 fall. Introducing first, they are the combination of Mark Lloyd and Chief Deputy Dunn, the Anti-Fun Police.
As we've just seen, the Anti-Fun Police stopped the Filthy Club from competing at Undisputed, which left Sid Scala at the mercy of the collective. Will there be more fun curbing here tonight in Milton Keynes?
Well, you're not gonna get any, and you know why? The reason why is because of this right here. Mark Lloyd, my legal representative, please explain what that is.
Goodness.
Well, this is an active restraining order, which means the Filthy Club is banned from IPW as long as we are here.
We'll take a trade.
You heard him. That means there will be no Rob Sharp. There will be no Jack Sexsmith, and there will be no Thunder. So bring out these two luchadors, please.
Their opponents,
Goodness me.
Il Mundo Conquistador.
So there is an injunction in place against the Filthy Club that says they will be banned from IPW until Dunn and Lloyd suffer a pinfall against any opponent. That's the information I've got. Unless they suffer a pinfall against any opponent, the injunction stands. So here we go, making their debut, Il Mundo Conquistadors, here at Unit 9 in Milton Keynes. Wearing the sort of outfit you don't take home to your mother. Maybe your father, I don't know.
I mean, you can't be serious, right?
Depends what you're into.
I mean, that one's quite clearly Rob Sharp, and that one is Jack Sexsmith.
Uh-oh. Oh. Private Eye Dunn's onto it. But what is he onto?
He's got pink hair coming out the top of his mask. He's wearing Ugg boots. Those are Rob Sharp's wrestling boots. We have a restraining order. That's Rob Sharp. That's Jack Sexsmith. Kick him out.
Well, Steve Linsky's in an interesting position here. Steve Linsky's asking them who they are, and they're saying they're not.
So we can't prove it. Is that what you're saying? We can't prove it.
Well,
fine. Fine. Okay, luchadors. Luchadors, if you win, this restraining order will be ripped up and Rob Sharp and Jack Sexsmith can return to IPW. Luchadors, if you lose, which you will, Rob Sharp and Jack Sexsmith, you will be banned from IPW forever! Do we have a deal?
well, that seems to be a bit unfair. Bearing in mind Rob Sharp and Jack Sexsmith are clearly not in the ring.
See? Yes, fine.
And they're speaking Spanish. There you go. Clearly. There is no information about this tag team that I've actually got. I know absolutely nothing about this tag team. It's their debut. They have never been seen before in any wrestling company in the world. This is their exclusive debut to the wrestling world and to IPW here at Unit 9. Well, it's high stakes when you think about it. I mean, Jack Sexsmith, Robert Sharp, I'm sure they won't be happy to find out that this contest has their entire IPW careers on the line, essentially. Danny Fun Police have said if they win this contest, they're going to ban them forever. I'm not sure how fair that is. I mean, Lloyd did declare it undisputed. The Filthy Club were banned from ringside. That actually, well, that put Sid Scala in a very compromising position. Sid Scala was essentially put then in a 3-on-1 handicap and received a beating until he was rescued right at the end by Jimmy Havoc. Of course, there is a certain irony because, of course, no one was there to save Jimmy Havoc this evening. But that was the work of Mark Lloyd. And that was I wouldn't say it was the command necessarily of Chief Deputy Dunn. I mean, I don't know what their dealings are, but certainly Sid Scala owes them a bit of a beating somewhere down the line, you have to imagine. It's a spanker for the banker. The Conquistadors here in a commanding position against Mark Lloyd and Chief Deputy Dunn. They look very fun, don't they? This is almost fun versus anti-fun. After you finish watching Magnificent 7 here on IWN Live, you can check out our range of shows and events, including the entire back catalogue of IPW events from Fight Nation, the Buzzards podcast, among others, including brand new to the IWN, our very own Twisted Genius, Dean Ayas, dissecting the land of the NWO and the big gold belt in Because WCW. It really is good. Do check it out. Yes, I have been watching them. And you get that all as part of your subscription. Seriously, if you're watching this, you've already paid your $4.99. Go fill your boots. You may as well. While you're here, get your money's worth. I do. Banker tags in. I suppose it's not so much his boss. I think we should be referring Chief Deputy Dunn as his client. Because Mark Lloyd, obviously, since the banking crash, boo-hoo, he's now offering legal services. Which is why Filthy Club are not here. Which is partly a great shame, but also partly not, because it means we've got the debut of Mundo Conquistadors, bringing a bit of international flavour to international pro wrestling, which is great to see. It's an irony to the fact, though, that the last time we actually saw Mark Lloyd in action here in IPW, he lost to Rob Sharp at the Road to Undisputed back in December, despite coming out with his own security team. And Rob Sharp also beat Chief Deputy Damien Dunn in his last match in IPW, which was at Bask in Our Glory, also here in Milton Keynes. So they have had an axe to grind with Rob Sharp and Jack Sexsmith. Of course, they're not here to answer that because they're not allowed anywhere near them, thanks to that restraining order. Looking good for the Conquistadors. The tide has turned. Commentator's curse! And the taller of the two Conquistadors is in the ring. And the legal advisor of the Anti-Fun Police is being manhandled by a man who is comprised completely from head to toe of leather. Fall away slam! Mark Lloyd is down. I'm not sure the tag was made there. I'm sure Steve Linsky would have stopped it if it wasn't, but it didn't work anyway. Because Mark Lloyd is now at the mercy of these Conquistadors. Oh! Goal! Oh, Mark Lloyd has just been wiped out The Conquistadors have the cover. That's 2. No! We only got to Doss. Didn't quite get to Trace. Still to come, of course, we've got our huge main event, the eponymous Magnificent 7 contest for the Z-Force Championship, where 7 of the best young talent in the business today are going to go at it. And the taller of the 2 Conquistadors has been taken down. Mark Lloyd's got it here. No! Kick out at the last. The shoulder shoots into the Milton Keynes air. The over-rotated, the taller of the 2 Conquistadors. And Mark Lloyd and Dunn are suddenly in trouble once more. It's very, very back and forth, this contest. Is the tide finally turning though? Well. Oh! Took a bit too long and Damien Dunn got the spear out of it. The Conquistadors. Steve Linsky trying to get involved. The mask. The mask was removed for a second. I didn't actually catch what happened. There's a roll up. There's a roll up. There's a roll up. They got him.
Here are your winners, Edmundo Conquistador.
Well, Edmundo Conquistador successful in their debut here in IPW. And what does that mean?
No! I'm not ripping it.
Mark Lloyd's trying to advise that Dunn has to rip it up.
You did say you would rip it up in front of everyone. And legally that is now on the IWN network.
That's true. We are. That's absolutely true. That's the fairest thing you hear all night.
Rip it. Go on, rip it, go on.
This will bring the filthy club back. He's ripped it up.
Fine. Jack. Rob.
And there you go. The big reveal, ladies and gentlemen. It was Rob Sharp and Jack Sexsmith all along.
You're having fun now, but that fun's about to end. You see, I told you the legal side isn't going to work, so now I'm going to do it my way. You'll find out the anti-fun police is not just me. And you two are going to find out nobody has any fun and nobody gets hurt.
Well, they're saying it's not over, but the Filthy Club have been reinstated back in IPW. Despite the protestations of the Chief Deputy, contract got ripped. Welcome back, Sexsmith, and welcome back, Rob Sharp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. Cara Noir is having to defend his newly won Z-Force Championship against 6 of the very best young talents in the business. This is the eponymous Magnificent 7 here at Milton Keynes, your main event. Let's send it to your MC this evening, of course, Mr. Chris Hatch.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is the Magnificent 7 match for the Z-Force Championship. Introducing first,
so it's main event time. It's time to focus on the Z-Force Championship, which is about to be defended in the first ever Magnificent 7. Wow. 7 of the very best young talents in the business going for a taste of IPW gold and glory.
From Tipton, he is the Calamari Catch King, Chris Brooks.
Chris Brooks, no stranger to the Milton Keynes, all winning in Milton Keynes indeed. If he does it tonight, he'll be Z-Force champion.
Secondly, this is the King of Performance, Kelly 6.
Well, Kelly 6 is definitely no stranger to winning here in Milton Keynes. He won the last time we were here with his partner in a South Coast connection, Ashley Dunn. And Jay Garner actually enter this contest. Wow! Well, he may well get a ticker tape parade in his honour if he can win here tonight. Maybe a bit presumptuous. The Kelly 6. Speaking of the devil, we just spoke about Kelly 6 and here's his tag team partner in the SEC. There is a certain advantage for Kelly 6 and Ashley Dunn here in the fact that they're on the same page. That could come into play later on. Of course, it's every man for himself, but still, nice to have some backup.
From Dingley, Melbourne, Australia, this is Adam Brooks!
Making his IPW debut, and what an opportunity that has been extended by IPW management to Adam Brooks. One of the hottest stars in Australia right now, has been for a little bit. 2 Brooks in the ring, 2 members of the SEC in the ring. And we're not done there. Still more to go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to get to 7.
From Milton Keynes, he is the Vulture of Valor, Jay Garner!
If you're a sentimental sort, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pick. He quite literally lives down the road from Unit 9. Milton Keynes' own. Jay Garner, who is also no stranger to tagging with the SEC. Every man for himself, but 3 of the men in this contest are used to tagging with each other. Two more and we're done. In terms of Z-Force Championship pedigree, we now get to the business end of the 7 men in this contest. We have a current champion still to make his way to the ring, but also we have a former champion. And he's here.
From Galston in Norfolk, this is Superman Kip Sabian!
The last man to hold the Z-Force Championship. Took on all comers until he ran into your current Z-Force champion at IPW Undisputed. He's used to coming out here in Milton Keynes at Unit 9 with the Z-Force Championship around his waist. It's the first time he's come to Milton Keynes as a challenger. If he wants that title back though, he's going to have a mountain to climb, because there's 5 other men in this contest who are hungry, and the other man is the man who beat him for the title in the first place. Oh, can I get a few words, Mayhew?
Ladies and gentlemen! You hear that reverb? That sounds good. Allow me to introduce myself correctly. I am the heart-breaking, night-making, hunky as tongue, handsome hustler, your girlfriend's favourite wrestler, Super Bad Kip Sabian.
He's not the 7th man, by the way. He's been announced twice, but there's only one of them. We have 6 challengers. All we need now is a champion.
And your final participant, he is the current, reigning, defending Z-Force champion, Cara Noir!
Z-Force champion has arrived in Milton Keynes. A show of fear and respect from the other competitors in this contest. The Z-Force champion,
Kip! Hey, don't you touch me! There is no way on earth that we're starting the match where I become the Z-Force champion again with your stupid dance!
That's a bit uncultured.
I don't really have a problem with you, Chris, to be fair. Thank you, I like yours as well, the one sleeve limits. To end this summer. You boys, I mean, you're just lucky to be here after last time. But you... Sorry. What's your name again?
My name is Adam Brooks, sir.
Nice to meet you, Adam Brooks. I'm Kip fucking Sabian! Today is your introduction. Today is your introduction to IPW and how we do things here. It doesn't really matter to me whether you've been around the world, whether you're from Australia, whether Will Ospreay puts you over on Twitter. I don't care because I'm super bad. Have you got that?
Starting strong here for Kip Sabian, trying to antagonise everybody. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Bell's gone and we're underway, and the debuting Adam Brooks and the former Z-Force champion Kip Sabian are going to go out of here. This is your main event, and it is one fall to a finish to crown the Z-Force champion. Expect this one to be chaotic. 7 men in the ring, outside the ring, all over the ring. It is going to get very, very hectic very quickly. And the SCC and Jay Garner already working as a trio. We said it may happen at the beginning. Oh! But they're part of the tag team turns on Jay Garner. It's a tag team in a trio, and that is a problem. Every man is in this for themselves. Double Dragon Screw orchestrated by the Calamari Catch King. And the Z-Force champion. Chris Brooks is having Chris Brooks wanted absolutely nothing to do with the Z-Force champion, and I can't blame him. Oh, goodness me, licking all 6'4" hair of Chris Brooks. Super bad. With a roundhouse from Mount Olympus itself. My goodness me, what a roundhouse from the former champion. There is action on the outside, there is action on the inside. I can't keep tabs on everybody. Oh, the SCC tried to fly, it didn't work. All 7 men are fighting in a very, very narrow space. Oh, wait a minute. His own tag team partner, Kelly 6. Oh my goodness me, they all win. Kelly 6 using his tag team partner as a weapon. He took him a la powerbomb to take out all 5 men in this contest. I know what's going on. The SCC perched here. Uh-oh. Oh no. What on earth is Z-Force champion Karen Noir doing? Suplex of him. Oh my God. When I was growing up, I'd have called that a demolition derby, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness me, and now the guardrail has gone and we're fighting in the crowd. If I were you, I'd get out of the way. Someone call out traffic control. We've got rogue planes. Adam Brooks, welcome to England. The chant of the fans here in Unit 9 can say far more than I can hear. Seven of the very best young talents in the business today, all fighting to start 2018 with a bang. Wait a minute! Jay Garner from way up there. At least 10 feet in the air, soaring, taking out everybody that was in his way. What's Superbad calling for here? Off the ropes twice. He's turning to the Ultimate Warrior. What is Superbad doing? No, he fought better off it. He used his head. Karen is screaming. Karen is screaming in pain here. What is going on? What is Karen doing? Well, did anybody have that on your sweepstake? The Z-Force champion has got his egg. He's got an egg. Well, what is going on? Come on, saying the egg. The egg is, it's giving the egg to Kip Sabian. Looking after the egg. Trying to look after the egg here. This is supposed to be for the Z-Force Championship. What is going on? He's giving the egg to Tom Scarborough now. No, Tom Scarborough's got the egg. Superbad with a huge Northern Lights. What height? Tom Scarborough saying he can't count because he's got the egg in his hand. Kip Sabian can't believe it. And Tom Scarborough has given me an egg. I've now got the egg. What is going on? I've got an egg. I've been given an egg. There is a Z-Force Championship main event going on here. Things are crazy in Milton Keynes tonight, I can tell you. Adam Brooks with a tornado DDT wipes out Brooks. Brooks wiped out Brooks. Never think I've been saying that the same thing. Jay Garner returning the favour to earlier on Kelly 6. He's got the legs hooked. Remember the Z-Force title is on the line here. It is 1-4 to a finish. What a snap neck breaker by the Z-Force champion. And Sabian breaks up the count, and of course he has to do that. If he doesn't break up the count, he can't become champion. He needs to be in the deciding fall. Well, reverse Hurricane Rana by the former Z-Force champion, and Karen Noir could be out cold here. And everybody knew the danger. They saw what Sabian had just done to Karen Noir. They knew they had to break up the count. So much so, it took 5 of them. The Z-Force is the hottest division around right now. It would be a huge feather in the cap to the winner of this contest, not just to become Z-Force champion, but to win such a prestigious main event, the very first one of the year. Your 2018 could be made right here and now. Oh my goodness me! What a forearm shot that was! It's all against all here. What a springboard cutter from the Calamari Catch King. Brooks once again wipes out Brooks. Release German from Karen. The champion is currently the only man left standing. Kip Sabian is by me. Oh, there is so much strangeness going on here. Cara Noir just dropped Brooks onto his knee, and Adam Brooks, I think that might be it from him, the man from Australia. Wait a minute. Kip Sabian took the egg. I was looking after the egg and Kip Sabian nicked it. I saw him around the commentary position. I didn't even realise he took it. He's got my plastic cups. And he's got the egg. No, he's cracked the egg. He's cracked the egg. Cara Noir's egg. Trying to offer the shell to Tom Scarborough. The Z-Force champion is being beaten by the former Z-Force champion, who is currently carrying a broken egg in my plastic cups. He's now trying to feed Cara Noir the egg. No! Oh, the Z-Force champion's going to feed the egg to Kip Sabian. No. No! Cara Noir drunk it himself. Come on. No! 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 Goodness gracious! Oh no! 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 What is going on? Oh no! Oh, the egg just went into the front row! Cara Noir just stole the egg! Oh, the egg went flying here in Unit 9! And the SCC are trying to capitalise on what's just gone on. The Z-Force champion is in real trouble. And the SCC are taking it down. The title is on the line. Wait a minute. And the SCC here fighting over the Z-Force championship. They're on the verge of imploding. And Jay Garner from Milton Keynes, the man who's been tagging with them all along. Who would have thought these three would have ended up fighting each other? Adam Brooks. Pump handle up, pump handles him into his knees. Are you kidding me? Oh, the straw, my God! Adam Brooks may well be out cold, and Chris Brooks may well be about to follow him. Driver by Kip Sabian, titles on the line! Cara Noir with a kick to the side. Going for the fade to black, he got it! Fade to black, Cara Noir's got it here! 1, 2, no, wait a minute! Something smooth, James Castle! This is a no disqualification contest! And James Castle and Sammy Smooth have just won Cara Noir out with that chair. The Z-Force champion has just been wiped out. Kip Sabian's the only man in the ring, but James Castle and Sammy Smooth. Once again, the impact of the collective is felt here in Milton Keynes. And the hometown hero, he went for it all, but he got caught by Superman. 2, we've got a new champion.
Here is your winner and new Z-Force champion, Superman Kip Sabian.
One of the damnedest main events I have ever seen in IPW. 7 of the best young talents today fought and quite literally put everything on the line. We have had broken eggs and we have broken hearts here in Milton Keynes. Cara Noir, in his first title defence, has been quite royally screwed, and not for the first time, by the tag team champions, the collective. But the story here right now is that the winner of the Magnificent Seven and your new Z-Force champion is Superbad Kip Sabian.